Audio Jungle.
Hello everyone, this is Alkabir the Analyst, and today I'll be talking who will win the NFL MVP this season. But this is Alkabir the Analyst. Alright, to me, it's three obvious finalists. First, Derrick Henry. We already know, Mr. 2K. Second, Aaron Rodgers, 48-5. Can't argue that. Hard to argue that. Third, Josh Allen. I believe he gave you like 37 passing touchdowns, about 9 rushing TDs, something in that matter. I believe he got a total of 45 touchdowns and like 10 picks, something like that. And I believe it is up to them three. It's up to them three. And I would give my reasons why, and I would give my pick out of those three who should win MVP. So first, let me start with Josh Allen, and this is why Josh Allen should not win MVP. Josh Allen, he had a great year. I won't say had because the season's obviously continuing for the Buffalo Bills. But this is a guy a lot of people doubted since his rookie year. And I just said, look at his numbers. He progressed every single year. Buffalo Bills, they believed in him. Got him a number one. A true number one receiver in Stephon Diggs. And what did he do? He went bananas. But Josh Allen has some games, and he did not look good. One, for example, the Patriots, the first time they played the Patriots, he did not look good. He did not, but the Buffalo Bills found a way to win that game. They found a way to win that game. And to me, I like Buffalo Bills as a whole, the organization. I like Sean McDermott. I like the offensive coordinator. I like their defensive coordinator. I like their quarterback. I like their defense. I like their offensive line. Hell, I like Devin Singletary and Zach Moss. I believe they are a good duo in this league. And to me, that knocks Josh Allen a bit. And the reason why is because he has a great team surrounding him. So I believe the team is a little bigger than Josh Allen. You got Cole Beasley, who can go off at any time. Knox, who can go off at any time. You know, Devin Singletary could just have a good game, and Zach Moss could be having that type of game. The defense can go off at any time. And that's what you want out of a team's perspective. But did Josh Allen come up this year? Absolutely. Josh Allen had one of his best years. But to me, what Derrick Henry and Aaron Rodgers did this year is going to make it tough. It's going to make it tough for him to win. But if he wins, I will be very happy for him. But I believe the Buffalo Bills are just bigger than Josh Allen. They are. That team is just phenomenal as a whole. That team is phenomenal. Now, let me get into Aaron Rodgers. And this is the reason why I believe Aaron Rodgers should not win MVP. Throwing over 4,000 yards, 48 touchdowns, and 5 picks is hard to argue. Almost historic numbers. Get it? Almost historic numbers. We've seen Patrick Mahomes throw 50 touchdowns in one season and get MVP. We've seen that. But I'm not going to lie, when Aaron Rodgers had bad games or not an excellent game, like for example, he made one mistake against the Colts and it cost him the game. He had a terrible game against the Buccaneers, but nobody else could pick up the slack for him. He had one off game and they just could not win the game. And to me, that make you very valuable to your team. He got Devontae Adams looking great. Aaron Jones in the backfield, he can go off at any time. But to me, this is Aaron Rodgers' team. If Aaron Rodgers have a bad day, the team is going to lose. That's why it's so hard not to pick him. But to me, he really didn't make history. He didn't make history. And that's the big difference between him and Derrick Henry. So let me just transition into Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry had 3 games he ran over 200 yards. Twice against Houston and once against Jacksonville, I believe. He runs over 2,000 yards. If he ran for like 98 yards, they would lose that game. If he ran even like a little over 100 yards, it is possible they will lose that game. So I believe him and Aaron Rodgers are just as equally as responsible for their team wins. Derrick Henry can't afford to have a bad game. If he have a bad game in the playoffs against Baltimore, they are going to lose that game. If Aaron Rodgers have a bad game against, do they even play? I believe they first seed, so I believe they got a bye. Correct, comment if I'm wrong, but I believe they have a bye. But if whoever their opponent is and they play them and Aaron Rodgers have a bad game, they will lose that game. But Derrick Henry has to be phenomenal. Also Aaron Rodgers. But to me, the difference between the two is historic numbers. It's been a long time since we've seen somebody run for over 2,000 yards. When you start seeing that, you think of Eric Dickerson. Think of Emmitt Smith. You think of legends. That's who you think of. Derrick Henry has a trajectory of being a legend. You know what it took for him to get the 2,000 yards? It took for that last game. To run for 250 yards. And no, he wasn't stat padding. You know why? Because the Tennessee Titans really needed that game. They only won 41-38. They won 41-38 against the Houston Texans. They needed every single yard. Him with the play action is needed. Him with the running game is needed. And mind you, this how you know this was really earned. Nobody from the Tennessee Titans offensive line made it to the Pro Bowl. Not one guy. Not a left tackle, not a right tackle, not the center, not the guards. Nobody on that line made it to the Pro Bowl. But Derrick Henry still managed to get over 2,000 yards. Over 2,000 yards. And also, salute to Adam Schefter. He posted like a picture of Derrick Henry and another historic thing he did. Most rushing yards by any player in a 20-game span in NFL history. Derrick Henry with 2,684 yards. He's number 1. Terrell Davis, who's also another Hall of Famer, with 2,670 yards, and Earl Campbell with 2,641 yards. Mind you, this not even a running league anymore. The things he did this year, he deserves it. And if you go back and look at my other video about Derrick Henry, just the stuff he been through in Tennessee with the coaching changes, they possibly wanted to trade him. And for him to turn it around, with all the doubt and all the hate, you got guys like Colin Cowherd, who thought he was going to be a bust. Nope. He was totally wrong. And for him to possibly get the MVP, happy for him. All 3 of these guys I'm happy for. Aaron Rodgers with the bounce back year. They drafted a QB in the first round. He proved them wrong. Josh Allen, with everybody proving him wrong, still judging him off his rookie year. Nope, he still did his thing. And you got Derrick Henry, who everyone doubted, believe it or not, did his thing. I'm so happy for all 3 of these guys. And I believe one of them will win MVP. Whichever one get it, I won't be mad. Just stating my opinion. I think Derrick Henry should get it due to his circumstances. But what do you think and how do you feel, man? Who should win MVP, man, out of these three guys? And if you got another guy, let me know, because I don't really know nobody else who had a better season than Aaron Rodgers or Josh Allen or Derrick Henry. I don't know anybody else. But this is Al Kabir, the analyst. Goes.